Alright, let's find some games. Not a whole lot of people actually in the bracket. I bet Nico would let you play if you really want to. But you have to be real quick. You can sign up right there, just type brackets in. Oh, my voice sounds way harsh today. I hope y'all are doing better than I am. Jeez. Regardless. Oh, who do you got? Sting, Mcool, Dopey. A reserve slot. So yes, indeed, there is a reserve slot. Anal Perforator. Pikachu. Zanes and FNX. Pretty small group. You should be able to get through it nice and quick. Excuse me. Huh. Yeah. Don't worry, Nico. I got you. I got you. Oh, but your green text. Oh, the green text on screen. It looks terrible. Why is it so bright? It's so green, Nico. Why? Color of money. There's still time. They all want me to sign up. You guys think I should sign up? There's like, what, 6 of you in chat? You want me to sign up, I'll do it. It's not gonna be pretty though. I should really just not even have opened my mouth. I think you server. Alright, so go watch Zanes play against. Well, you know what? I'm actually not even sure, even though I just looked at brackets. Not a big deal. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of happy that a bunch of people didn't jump up and say, Flair, you should totally join in. Because I would have disappointed greatly with my 200 ping. I think best I can get to EU is like 160. Alright, so what we got here? Nico, you just got told. That bot wanted nothing to do with you. I always forget who Anal Perforator is, because isn't it Hate Me? Pretty sure it's Hate Me, right?
Vote now. Vote passed.
Well, if they get their game up beforehand, I may just kind of follow him around, but you know what? We might as well see Z-Live's FNX. We can all make fun of him later the next time he casts. It'll be a grand old time. We'll make a VOD of it. We'll put music to it. Trying to think, what could I use for music for FNX's fights? Something that's insulting in a good way, in a friendly way, not in like a meh, screw you way. It's gotta be something like this. Kind of like a bumbling Yoshi. I have no idea, by the way. What are we gonna drop? Getting rid of Elder, getting rid of Battleforge, goodbye Sinister. What's in this pool? See, campgrounds. P7. This song is so weird. Oh, it's FNX. Do you like Yoshi? Alright, woo, FNX, he says sure. Alright, little does he know, he just authorized this as his theme song. That's silence, not sinister? Are you sure? Thank you for the follow. Wow, if we got a follow at this hour. This is excellent logic, by the way. How do you choose which map to drop? You just simply ask your opponent, which one are you worse at? Oh gosh. Hey HQ Link, how you doing, sir? No, I believe you, Mage. Sinister, Cure, T7, Battleforged, Elder, Game 6. So... whatever. I think they're gonna play here. These are qualifiers, sir. 125 FPS qualifiers. Pretty small turnout today. That's cool. Means we don't have to worry about finding X server, making a new one for somebody after the game finishes, and blah 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 blah, because we can just probably chill with the same group most of the time. We'll get into game number 1 now, though. Just kidding. After a word from our sponsors. Well, I won't show that on stream.
3, 2, 1.
I swear they weren't waiting for me the whole time. Promise. Both players will encounter each other right away, though. And Zanes goes down to Railable, grabs the red way late. I think somebody put some non-coffee inside of my coffee, by the way, this morning. I just have that feeling. Hopefully FNX does not. He says he was going to get word that rhymes with grape But if I say it, I'll have to put tape over my mouth. Is there anything else appropriate I can do at this point? No, but I think the voice is warmed up. So, FNX is gonna try and like basically make a trap with upper yellow. I was about to say a terrible idea. But he hits a bunch of rockets, Zane's doesn't really hit his, he whiffs his rail, and Zane goes down to 13 health. He was a red to fall back onto, and he's got FNX in his sights to take him out. But FNX is just gonna say, you know what, dude, I got this. I got this. Alright. Zanes will say, thank you very much, FNX. You saved me the trouble because I was out of rockets. Which is weird that he actually still didn't pick the rockets up. But let's switch over to our lovely caster friend, FNX. I don't think I've actually ever seen him play. No joke. I've seen Zanes play before. I've never seen FNX play. It's pretty sure as long as I can remember. So, I'll stay on him for a bit. See how he does. 3 to -1 though. FNX getting LG spawn, it would be complete suicide to go up those jump pads, sir, and you really need to get out of this room like ASAP. Yeah, that's why. So he gets, what, 18 damage? Make that 28 damage. Still doesn't even get away from getting that yellow, and he's gonna spawn in front of his opponent again. Does get a dropped rocket? Could make this work to get Mega. No. Zane's with too much confidence. He's just gonna hit his rockets more. FNX does spawn again at a major item. Eats a rocket for his trouble. Pretty sure these are all best of ones. Yeah, they're all best of ones. It is a double elimination, so 1v1 or 4v4? What are we speaking of, Fernando JPs? If you're a friend of this game, it is simply a 1v1. Thank you for following, Fernando JP. Don't be afraid that I rolled the R on your name. It's very soothing. It rolls off the tongue very easily. Much like these rockets. Going into the face of FNX from the Zanes. Codename the Demon. Ladies and gentlemen, this stream to this morning, unlike others, is not brought to you by coffee. We apologize. For our own behavior, not the players. Players are doing fine. 200 for Zanes. He seemed way more comfortable going into this. He's hitting more shots. Maybe FNX is holding out on us. Maybe FNX is actually Cypher's training partner. Right, and just think about it for a second. He's actually Cypher's training partner. I'm not trolling him. But he likes to cast so much, he can't play in the cups. Maybe he's secretly that good, and he's just been fooling all of us. For like, I think a year now. I think Z Live has had FNX for like a year. FNX and Spolt. I don't know if Enjoy still helps him out or not, but I think it's been a year.
5-minute warning.
Wow. Almost been a year since I started casting. Ooh, good LG damage. Finish it off, FNX. Oh, the rail would have done it too. That was great rail. That was great LG damage by FNX. He just needed to follow it up. Like, he got like nervous at the end. You saw his mouse was going whoa all over the place. Zanes wasn't really hitting nearly the 40% he was before, but that's a shame. Good rail. It's a great angle. Oh, are you kidding me? That's just unfortunate, man. Zane's was down to 20 health. He has now collected red, mega. And players will fight over this yellow. As FNX tries to get himself onto this LG, and if Zane's rockets aren't good, he can go down here. But Zane says, my rockets are so good, I don't actually need to use them. My rockets make your rockets shoot you in the face for the second time in a row. Poor FNX. Who else we got today? We got Anal Perforator. It's just fun to say that name. What else we got here? Mr. Moobot. Thank you, sir. So we have Anal Perforator, Pikachu, Dopey versus himself, apparently. Dopey finally gonna get something for once in his first round. We also have Sting and Mcool. I don't think that's the Sting from Poland. Might be. Oh, let's go, buddy. Nice, nice. Don't get railed off this start here now. Just push him, push him. You got this. There you go. Well, that was a bit silly, FNX. Come on now. You know what, actually, like, in the grand scheme of things, obviously, he's not going to be able to make up 14 frags in the next 2 minutes. But had this been any other point in the game, and had it not been such a massive score gap, killing himself there actually was a good idea, because what it did is allowed him to spawn somewhere else with full health, and that fight was basically completely over. It was a trade, essentially. It was just a trade of a kill, and yeah, he may have been able to get himself back alive, but really, he dies there and kills himself. He actually has a chance to spawn on red above his opponent. He has a chance to spawn on upper yellow, go drop down to rail, depending on where his opponent spawns, so like, it's a good move to kill him, FNX to kill himself. The third time. The first 2 times, no, I'm shaking my finger at you, FNX. That was not good, sir. There's some page where they put all the tournaments, league championships, and search Quake Live team. If there is actually Fernando JP's. There is a new site that has been getting compiled by a lot of actually admins from ESR Reality, and it is called plusforward.net. Just trying to. There you go. Yeah, Zoo and Noctis, they've been, and Diz, and there's another player who's doing it as well. I'm gonna leave a name out, so I apologize. But Noctis runs the site. That site, actually, they've been compiling odds, matches, and events from all the way back to like 2006. It's pretty nuts. Like, they've got a big resource there for you if you're really looking for old games, or just all the games in general that are happening. I would go to plusforward.net. FNX will get his last 5 seconds of fame. For now. Okay. And let's see if I can't find the Anal Perforator. Real name of a player. I know. Sounds dirty. Swear it's not. By the way, how are you all today? I'm a bit hoarse. We had our show match yesterday. It was freaking awesome. Got Rafa versus The Hang. If you missed it, just click on the YouTube link. YouTube.com/toolcup. It's all right there. But we got more games though coming right now. Zanes will advance forward. And may have to do the old server browser. Let's see first off if any of our players today are, indeed they are. Oh, it sucks. Already partway through it. Okay, I guess. I get the pastor here for this one next to guys. Probably the favorite player in this group right now, I would say. Mcool should be playing though, yeah? Yeah, there we go. Where's the game?
Vote now. Vote passed.
Mcool loses coin toss. Sting will choose what to do. I like this map pool, by the way. Sinister Cure, T7, which is Furious Heights, Silence, Battleforged, Elder, EM6, aka Campgrounds. I like it because you have two. Okay. You have one way old school map that like some people just period don't like or they love. I think DM6 is literally a love or a hate. Like there's no in between. Like yeah, I'll play DM6. Okay. Like I think you actually like that map a lot or you just don't. Players have gotten rid of it, and the other, I'd say, least favorite map in this pool for most players, which is Battleforged. But you also have a weird curveball where you have Battleforged and Silence and Elder and DM6. Like, I say most players are going to be pretty comfortable at this point with Elder, to an extent. Most old school players, they're going to know Campgrounds. It's Sinister, obviously, and T7, those have been around for ages. But it's a weird map pool, like the way the voting drops work. Like I really actually can't see this. Can't wait to see how it's gonna work out with more familiar faces. Not that Mcool isn't a familiar face, by the way. Mcool helps out. Like I think it's the same Mcool, right?
Vote now. Vote
Anyways,
passed.
Mcool helps out a ton with 125 FPS.
Prepare. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go off on Mcool here. Go get rail spawn. Oh, oh! The first two, you aimed them up so well, Mcool. So well. Like they took their time, and then they just whiffed. And they're like, oh, if I hit another one, he can't follow me. And then they whiffed. Sting's like, oh, this is a railgun? I think I know how to use this. That's rude, Sting. You shouldn't mock people like that. But he will gather himself second Mega and second Red. Nice rocket. That was some evil rockets right there. Just sneaking them in across, like, behind the pillars. Cool, has to be careful not to run right into the rockets here, Sting. Yeah, this isn't the Polish Sting, guys. Polish Sting actually has an underscore and then a PL after his name, so you'll know it's him. When he does end up playing. Cool, just don't be crazy, man. Like, don't go for this rail. Really, what Mcool should be doing right now is working their way around towards this area. Now they just gotta leave again, which is fine. They can wait for bottom yellow, which is 100% what they should do. They shouldn't be going around right now trying to get this rail good. And this is why. 2 rail shots and they're dead. Now, if they had waited around and gotten that armor, perhaps, they would have known, hey, I have an opponent above me. I can't come into this room safely. And, like, just taking that extra little bit of time, because, like, when you're this side of control, essentially, you've got nothing but time. Like, even if you are down frags, like, you have nothing but time. This thing will force Mcool to basically get cornered here. Mcool not able to survive long enough to spawn on anything extremely useful. They probably spawned at Rocket, went through Telly, and just got that yellow now that we see on the left. This thing's gonna drop and get Mega, work his way over to Red. Cool, you're insane. They do have a rail though. They're gonna be missing that shaft for sure. But Mcool says, yes, I am insane. That's why I'm playing Quake Live. We're all a little bit crazy. So Mcool's just gonna plus forward for us. I'm down with that. Not so down with that. Good shooting though from Sting. It's 64%. By the way, I know, guys, this is not Cypher and Evil. These are qualifiers. These are players that have not been invited. They did not qualify by placing a certain, getting a certain placement in last season. So they have to fight their way through. There's a whole smorgasbord here, because it's open signups, basically. So like I said, I know it's not Evil and Cypher. If you guys really want to watch an extremely high caliber game, youtube.com/duelcup, right there on the right. Or if you got it full screen, you can bookmark it later. We had a Raft to Hang show match. We recently finished up season number 24 of the 125 FPS Pro League. That had a pretty good finals. That had actually a really good semifinals and a couple good quarterfinals that got overlooked. Like there was a Pony and Mcool taking a page out of FNX's book and just suiciding as I talk over them. But yeah, if you guys actually only watched the grand finals of last season, you should really actually check out some of the games with Pony and Agent, Pony and Ash. Jeez, what else do we have out there that was awesome? Claws and Demon, that was sick. I don't know, there was a lot of games that didn't get the attention they deserved because they weren't the main event. They weren't the grand finals. Wow, Mcool, you didn't... See, okay. Mcool and FNX, I'm telling you, man. Mcool and FNX are Cypher's practice partners, and they... FNX just slums and pretends not to be good so he can cash with Zoop. I know what I'm calling you out right now, FNX. Mcool pretends not to be good so they can help Nico admin the cups. I figured it all out. These are two... Yeah, we just watched 2 of the best players in the world play. But they're like weight training. You know, they're playing with their toes. Don't worry, I'll get back on track eventually. It's just really one of those mornings for me. So welcome. Welcome to Flair's morning. Sting will welcome Mcool to a 13 to -2. Rocket directly into the face. Mega health, he has lost Red. He's not really gonna care. Mcool keeps pursuing him, which is great. Like when you're the player who's up a frag lead and all you have to worry about is, oh, I just have to plus back away from my opponent? Sweet. Mcool will call well played. Sting will call GG. Oh, it was all a trick. Mcool luring Sting into a false insecurity to get the rail. I know, Fatface. I totally was not supposed to find that out. That's why they're calling GGs now.
Impressive.
It's all, you know. Mcool says, I apologize. Flair has figured out my secret, Nico. I'll have to get a new amazing right hand. I don't even know if Mcool's Nico's right hand, by the way. I know a lot of people help out with 125, but this game will be forfeited. Does anyone know Perforator's, hold up. Does anyone know Perforator's, like, maybe regular password that he might use or something? I see the server, but I can't actually get into it. I assume he'll probably tell everyone else, but it'd be nice if I knew as well. And let's actually just check the brackets real quick, because I know these are some interesting days here. No, Wakazi actually beating out, you know, Perforator. So we'll have Sting versus Dopey. Watch that. Mostly because I don't know the password to this one, eh? Cooler exacting revenge on M. Watson. For those of you who missed it in the Sunday Cup, Cooler actually got knocked out by M. Watson in the lower brackets. Now, to be fair for Cooler, he did come in at a reserve slot, so he didn't quite get the normal placement that he would have, but still well played to M. Watson on that one. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, M. Watson right here. So it looks like they've been playing quite a bit. Where, oh where? Thank you, Sting. Thank you, Dopey. I don't think we have a reserve today, Mcool. Everyone was telling me I should do it. I know. Everyone, people are saying Cooler. By the way, I have so many windows open, sometimes I forget. But I'm not looking at the right IRC at times. That's what I was referring to there. Sting awaiting on Dopey. Dopey should have had the server at least by the time I did, so we'll just give him a second. Anal Perforator's password is anal. Figures, right? It figures. Feel me. Now everyone's buying into the fact that it might actually be Cooler in the reserve slot. Cooler's already got. He's in the group 1. Group stages, like the first group stages. Pretty sure. I'm just gonna actually stay and we'll follow uppers for now. Upper bracket. I'll hop in with Sting at least until. $157 ping. Alright. Just waiting on Dopey, everyone. Cooler did not get an invite to next season, says Mage. Interesting. Okay. You know if he qualified yet? I'm not sure if he did or not. Oh well. He may be taking a break after QuakeCon, so maybe that's why he didn't want to sign up or something. Who knows? By the way, for everyone frantically asking me yesterday, is Evil in the US? Is Evil in the US? Yes, I have confirmation from Evil himself. He is indeed in the United States. Now the next question that's going to come out of your mouth is, are you going to practice with him? Maybe? I don't know. Will depend on schedules. So many other people. I think I got to play with one of my teammates for the first time last night. We're totally ragtag now. Like we are. We're a mix and a combination of people who either know CTF or TDM, and also we're a mix of people who come from a spectrum such as Evil, like the pro scene, and then the rest of us. Now the rest of us is like a myriad of skill ranges. I think we range everywhere in ELO, at least with Duel, we range everywhere in ELO for Duel from 1500 to 1800 to 2k to whatever Evil is. So it's gonna be an interesting time for our team, I guess is my point that I'm getting at here. But it'll be fun. Good news is Evil only has to concentrate on Duel. So that's fantastic for him. I know before when he was going to be going with the way more amazing team of Fears, Phrase, Kama, and himself, Evil, he was a bit worried that he was going to let him down or something. And I don't think he's nearly as concerned about letting us down. The music can stop. The music will stop. I promise. It already has.
3, 2.
This message coming to you from the future. We'll be off on Sting here, who did just beat Mcool fairly handily. Dopey has not played a game today. Also the reason why I'm playing the music. I'm casting alone today. It helps fill those awkward pauses. Oh my gosh, Sting, what are you doing? Okay, so pro tip. Your opponent sees you coming up towards the red, and you don't have a lot of stack, and your opponent's literally looking down on you with a rocket launcher. Don't keep going forward after you get hit by the second rocket. Dopey's showing us what to do correctly. He's like, see, Sting, you kind of got to dodge around these rockets here, then go juke your way over to the red. That's actually a great exit damage rocket there from Sting, and a sick exit damage rail. Dopey getting caught on the corner, he could have just died right there. It was very, very railable for a long time. Oh my gosh, these rails from Sting. Both players hitting a lot of their shots now. So this is probably the best game we've had yet today. No one throwing. No one throwing their games. No Mcool, no FNX pretending to be lower level players than they are so they can do their true passion of adminning and casting. None of that. You got two players here. Dopey couldn't quite follow it up with these Cypher-esque rail. Those of you who don't know Dopey, you guys probably didn't watch a lot of Face It back in the day. Dopey used to he used to be on stream for Face It Cups, because they used to do them every single Sunday. He used to be the first game every Sunday. We would always see Dopey. And he never made it. Like, he never made it. I don't even think he actually ever made it to best of 3. Maybe he did once, but my point of all that is, if you guys yourselves ever get frustrated with Quake Live and you're trying to get better, like if you're actually trying to get better, just keep going. Like if you enjoy it, what's the point in stopping? You know, if you like it, just keep playing the game. Now that said, if you're not enjoying yourself, by all means, step away for a moment. Dopey is having a really hard time stepping into Sting, though. Like, this second kill has been coming for a long time now, and I think he's gonna get it here, finally. He does. He could potentially be late to Mega here. He will be late to Mega now, that he's double back for that rocket. And he should... With that rocket, he can actually stick around here. I was gonna say he should take up a position where he can shoot at red, but leave immediately. Nice, well done. Well followed up there, Sting. Machine gun finishes are so underrated in Duel. They are not used enough. It's just a machine gun. You start with it every time, even with loadouts now. I know. But a Sting will tie us up. I'll also tell you that I play way too much TDM and think about it all the time, so when I see machine gun and Duel, I'm like, yes, thank you. You made the right weapon switch. Now, this thing is alive? Dopey should have punished off all that. He will miraculously miss all these rockets. Sting, what are you doing? Switch to LG, man. So you can shoot 1, maybe 2 rockets mid-range against an LG, but after 2 and 3, especially when you're not hitting them, like switch away, like switch to a different weapon or get out of there. By the way, how are you, Remy Wolf? Everyone else in chat, what's up? Did you guys get a chance to watch the show match yesterday between Rafa and Dehang? So Sting's given Dopey a bit of an in here, provided Dopey can get away at this point with all his weapons that he already has. He does. But he needs to just back away, not show up to this Mega, and position himself somewhere around yellow where if Sting decides to attack yellow and not go for the Mega, that Dopey can just leave. Sting will stick around here, going for this Mega, and Dopey, he's got like, he's looking straight at the Mega, he's like, Mega's coming up, Mega's coming up, Mega's coming up. What he doesn't realize is he could have just gone the long way around, probably got himself red right now, but instead he's gonna go down another frag. He will deny red with nothing but that lovely machine gun I was talking about, but when your opponent has that much armor, it doesn't really matter. At all. Now I was talking about the show match, so HQ, you had to watch the VOD, that sucks. VODs are all on youtube.com/duelcup though, if you guys ever do miss anything. Sting barely gonna eke out his 5th kill against Dopey with 25 health. Remy Wolf asking if I'm prepared for QuakeCon, prepared to meet Evil in person. I am prepared to meet Evil in person. I will not lie to you guys, and I think my team is the least prepared team, like as a team, for QuakeCon. Other than that, like, I don't have a whole lot else to say about it. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but it's just gonna be a bunch of, you know, it's just gonna be a lot of deja vu that you may have already heard, similar to Dopey. Dopey thinks he's still in Face It, and he's not going to advance today. That is a shame. Or Dopey. That was a running gag for a while in Face It as well. For a while. Alrighty. So let's see. Sting and Zanes is our next upper bracket game. Looking like Zanes defeated Pikachu. Dopey will play the winner of the Perforator of Anal. Oh God, Flair, why did you mix the words up? Can I try that again? It's too late, it's already live. Damn. Dopey will play against Anal Perforator or FNX, depending on who wins. I assume we'll wait for Zane here. Let me check IRC and make sure that everything else is moving along. You won't be able to watch QuakeCon either, HQ? Wow, that sucks, dude. What are you so busy with right now? Because that is a bummer. Not a Saints. Awesome. You asked me to stop music earlier too. Z900NL. Z900NL, do you just not like music in general? Or is there a certain type of music that I could put on for you and we can set the mood? We can get to know each other because, well, you're here. You don't seem to be going anywhere in a hurry. These two are dropping maps in a hurry. Minus T7, minus DM6, and then a huge pause. Not during game sounds? Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, here. I'll make it even less confusing for you then. We'll just completely mute the game. Okay. We won't even use instruments. We'll just pure people talking to each other. By the way, I know I'm totally on one today, guys. Can't help it. It happens sometimes. I gotta entertain myself. Happy birthday, G-Nick. How old are you going to make me feel right now? How old did you just turn, sir? If you want to come co-cast HQ, do you know the mumble you use for pickups? That'd be the easiest way. You're 17. Oh my god. I can't even look at you funny without potentially getting a ticket or arrested. I don't know why I'm doing it, but god, you're young. When did I get to be old enough that I can say, wow, you're young? Hello, Pikachu. I'm sorry, Victoria. I don't think I'm ever actually going to pronounce your name correctly, which is why I fully approve of the mispronunciation and misspelling of my name on your part. Kudos. Well done. Wow, you're 1 year and then you'll be getting wasted? Wait, how do you get wasted when you're 18 but not when you're 17? Like, there's, in this, at least in the US, like, there's no difference there. You're either doing things the law shakes its head at, or you're getting drunk, in which case there's people who actually still shake their head at you. Remy Wolf. I think Remy Wolf is cheating. You're cheating, Lemmy. Flair's 20s. Victoria is absolutely correct. I am indeed the ripe age. 22. I remember my last beer like it was last year. There was this time, right, when I was 23. I mean, when I was just about 19. You guys are asking if I'm ready. I am indeed ready. I'm indeed ready, Zanes. 22. No, I'm 29 years old. Remy Wolf had it right because he cheated. Because he was here on my birthday. Where were you guys? You're probably with Sting. Sting will go key first. 2 ways to do the opening on this map, which I guess I should have explained that during all my babbling. Happy birthday again, G-Nick, though. Happy 17th, dude. Thanks again for your donations the other week. Much appreciated. But you can open this map up. Sting actually just got the armor that he would have gotten off his spawn, so you get that yellow, you get the LG, and then you have a choice. You can either go straight to the red, or you can get the key, which you can see in the bottom right hand corner. That key will allow him to open that door that he just passed through. Oh, this lava though is going to give Zane a very early kill, and actually this is a perfect example. As you can see, once the player holding the key dies, it simply just spawns where it starts again. It's not the end of the world if you don't have it. There are still ways to get around that door, but being able to go directly into it and open it is obviously a huge advantage, as the only other way is to jump around on the tentacles and whatnot, and not everybody's able to handle tentacles like a pro. Some of us handled more adult material as minors than others. A little more depth around the tentacles. Zane's gonna get that second frag there not because he just killed his opponent. Sting actually just died because that joke was so bad. The legal age in Germany to drink is 16. No, it's 18, says Mage. I think I knew that. Man, there's some places in the world where you can do some scary things when you're like 14. Regardless, Zane, he has kept his lead. He has kept all his weapons. Gets himself a Mega and another yellow, and he should now work his way up to, top map. He needs to be careful because of rail, which is the other thing that I always forget to explain on this map. So this is just kind of a new map. The railgun is available on this map. As you can see, Zane's getting shot with it by Sting. Now, Zane's doesn't have one yet, even though he's been in control this whole time, because the rail actually spawns at the 2-minute mark on this map. It's not not available at all to get in there. There's like a door that blocks it. So I don't know. It's a map that really grew on me. When this map came out, I didn't call it gimmicky like everyone else, but just like, I don't know, the angles, everything's so 90 degrees, and it's like, it's kind of a boring map. But honestly, the more and more I watch like really good players play against each other here, one another here, the more I can appreciate the beauty of the map. Zane's is just basically staying on Mega side. He does not have a railgun yet. He's kind of afraid to peek out center map, and he hasn't actually been hit by much. So he's just controlling this Mega. He's getting himself yellow every time, getting himself bubbles, 5 HP bubbles, so he's never going real low, and this should actually be his key. Nice move. To juke back around his opponent. Again, the key there, you can see that key coming into play. It did allow Zanes to get behind his opponent without even worried about him closing the distance, but it is going to be his thing to close the distance in on Zanes at the worst place possible, a jump pad, where you just go up and down, straight back up into your opponent, and really not much thing can do there. Did you just donate again, dude? I have my donation sounds off. If you just donate again, you're insane, bro. G-Nick, will you be my sugar daddy? Ooh, Zane's barely gonna pull out a kill here. 18 health. Will get himself the red armor. Doesn't have to worry about having to rush for the key after a kill, as you sometimes do here. he has been in control the whole time. We're just approaching the halfway mark here of our 10-minute duel, and he has plenty of armor, plenty of LG, plenty of rockets to take on this fight. He still doesn't have a railgun, which is really interesting to me. He's just not, like, he worked his way there one time, and he had to just dip out. So, I've never actually seen a player go this long with the key without a rail. It's definitely impressive. I read that too, hate me. Yeah, G-Nick, how's that saving money for the job thing going? You need a job to save money? But how are you going to save money for your job if you need a job? I'll stop. Go get a job, hippie. I'm one to talk, right? Working at home. Yelling at all you. Oh man, whoa, what a shotgun trap. Those were some nutty stairs, man. Zane's is like, he's been going at a really weird pace. I don't know if you've noticed anyone else out there, but he's kind of like just slowly, methodically kind of walking around the map. And he will finally go down this thing. So Sting will be able to get himself the key. And ironically, I think Zane's now will finally have himself a railgun. After playing almost 6 minutes without it. He is up 6 frags as well at the 6-minute mark. Can't really complain about that. Whiffing 2 rails there, it's going to be easy business for Sting to work his way up high, which is the best way to attack either Red or Mega. He does whiff his rocket jump. He's not even going to check and see what time the Mega was taken. If it was even taken, he's not going to know if it was delayed or not. Works his way back onto this rail though, which is actually the only reason why he was able to get Zane's into so many precarious situations the first time. You can't keep relying on it like this so hard. I mean, there's a reason why I was surprised that Zane's didn't have a railgun for a very long period of time, and it's because it's very unusual on this map. That said, this map is designed to be played without one for an extended period of time. So Sting can't just be like, okay, I got the rail, I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna shoot you a few times, it's all gonna be good, because Zane's like, dude, I have all weapons, I have armor, you're rushing me off the spawn, like, you're just giving me free kills. And that's pretty much been what we've seen the last 7 minutes. Few good plays from each of them. But really, Zane just kind of walking around, Sting walking into him. Much like Zane walking into those rockets there. He's back to starting health. It's a very good and important angle to get used to shooting, by the way. If you're having trouble with Elder, if you keep getting knocked out of control and you're like, I keep getting stuck on the weak side of the map, which is actually this rail side over here. Like lower rail side. You can't get mid, you can't get upper. You can't work your way over to Mega. That's considered the weaker side. If you're having trouble with it, that is a good rail angle to practice. Straight through the doors, up to a gun that they are undoubtedly going to be going for. And here it is again. Both players are going to exchange that time. And not only can you shoot at that one, but just to the right of it, you have the 2 cubbies. If you're playing out of control, the player in control will often go through the door, and you can shoot once at the LG. They back away, you shoot them once at the first cubby, once after they go through the door. Obviously, it's all a lot easier said than done. That's a good tactic to get back in, is stick on the low ground, use your elevation to clip their heads with the rail slugs. Zane's, you're looking very, very strong to be the favorite to come out of this qualifier. 2 players will qualify. Zane's is looking like he's can make it out, no problem. After all, he is Z-Zane's indirect relative of Z-Demon, as we can see from his clan tag. Representing Belgium. I don't actually know if Zane's is Belgian, but it'd be very, very peculiar now if he wasn't. That would be like me rocking the Canadian flag, which I'm still on the same continent, but despite popular belief, I'm actually not Canadian, eh? It's about time y'all realize that.
Impressive.
Thanks for following Splits. You can still follow a dinosaur. Oh gosh. Let's figure out where we are with brackets here, y'all. We'll go to a bit of a more normal taste in our music here. Some classic Buckethead. And I might go get myself a drink of water. So you guys, you have at least like 2 minutes. You might have 5. You might even have an hour or more if I never return again. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days where I look back on the cast and I'm gonna be going like repeatedly into my forehead. But I'm glad you're all here with me. It's much less embarrassing than making a fool of yourself when you have people watching you do it, because then you're like, oh, okay, maybe it's not actually that bad. By the way, after this is over, I may go and spectate these games. Not a part of the 125. These are 2 American players, Dehang and Bronson, aka Czar. If not, I might try to find some like practice games from some QuakeCon teams going, or worst case scenario, we'll just go stream TDM pickups like a boss. Be back in a sec. Chica, that is not the password. Okay, apparently I'm just really bad at copy pasting things. Happens to the best. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and minus out Sinister. Map we are currently on. I just got in here, so I'm not at all sure how many other maps we have to go. I do know, however, how many other games we have to go, because Moobot is awesome. Thank you, Moobot. And you're fired. Okay, so Perforator will play against Pika. We're just gonna call them Pika. They're 5 steps ahead of us. Obviously, they've thought this name out. They're trolling the crap out of me because on the bracket it says Pikawa Pikai. Wow. Guys, check the brackets for me. How do I say that? Pikawa? Pika CZY? I don't know. Luckily for me, in the game, they're just gonna be Pika. Oh, what's wrong? Pikachu? And just screw it, just Pikachu. Choose you. I know I'm a noob. Fleur. Mispronounce your name because my name's Victoria.
Vote now.
No one ever gets mad at me. People just give me up because I'm cool. Actually, Victoria is cool, you guys. Anyone who talks smack will get a fist of perspective. I'll give you some perspective if you want to talk smack about Victoria. No, she does really cool paintings. Usually goes away for matches and stuff. If you guys have ever watched the TDM draft pickups, they'll, I think they're the majority of the prizes for the most recent ones. Looking for equipment that accepts a Spaniard to play League, Tournament, ESL, Face It. What? Huh? Anyways, I think Victoria has a crush on Hate Me. I think Hate Me has an identity crisis issue. Like, we should really intervene with this guy right now. You named yourself Hate Me initially, and you really hate yourself that much that you have to name yourself Anal Perforator. Let's just think about this for a second, Hate Me. Let's take a look at the name. Why? just throwing it out there. But Badger is prepared to fight. Hate Me has way too many binds and way too much fun with that name. We'll be off on... Screw it. We're gonna be off on Pikachu. I'm just gonna roll with it. I could confuse everybody and say Ash right now. Pikachu versus Ash, but there is unfortunately a player named Ash. The joke would only be funny to me. But the Ash imposter will be revealed as the Anal Perforator. Wow, I really can't talk today. How this show match was yesterday. Pikachu will go up 100-150, work their happy little electric mouse cells back over to Mega, and see the Perforator of Anus spawn in front of him. Easy peasy. 3 kills by the 1 minute mark. And 200. Oh gosh, what is this? Oh, thanks for the link in chat, Victoria. That should give people a lot of perspective if they're unaware what a Pokemon looks like. Think how much better Quake would be. It says grab the Migar if Anal Perforator was the QuakeCon champion. And we have former QuakeCon champion Anal Perforator on the back foot, looking to hear his opponent out. Only has a grenade and an LG. Will sneak by his opponent, winning himself position onto this red armor. The former QuakeCon champion Anal Perforator being cautious, respecting his opponent. Pikachu, a young upstart, coming from the high grasses. Anal Perforator with excellent precision. Never gonna happen, Victoria. Why you gotta kill the dream in the middle of the dream, Victoria? All right. Anyways, we're back to Anal Perforator. He's not a QuakeCon champion. Way to make my match boring. Who is against? We're going with Pikachu if you just joined us here. Pikachu up 5 frags to 0. Wow, there's a lot of hate for Hate Me, aka this guy, Anal Perforator, in chat right now. Either that or Victoria's got the biggest crush on Hate Me I've ever seen. He's gonna get himself back into the map by getting himself LG. He already has a rail. He's got 100 armor. The red is coming up next, and he can get a damage shot in here. No. And now he really shouldn't. Yeah. That's a great bounce. You can go in for maybe one more rail shot. Pika's actually gonna go up aggressive straight into his face. Will force an encounter. Oh no. Pikachu. Look at you go. Now, Anal Perforator, if he's smart, yeah, won't drop down because he knows that yellow back there wasn't taken. If he had dropped down, he would have been going straight into a Jaws, very small but very aggressive ankle-biting Pokemon. We're just rolling with it today, guys. Just enjoy it. Just roll with it. Just enjoy the flow. Linoleum Bonaparte. He likes Perforator. He says he's a good guy. What's wrong, Victoria? Did he stand you up again? Yeah, I would have too. Anal Perforator will. Whoa! This is some flaunting coming out here from Mr. Pikachu. Like, why? He didn't have to die there. What is he thinking? Jump on Mega now. Go, bro, go. Do not get caught there again. Even though your opponent doesn't have LG. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, mutual. Pika gets a yellow. Hate Me gets an LG. And he has red time. Perfect. Get yourself a red. You can take this fight 100%. You can kill your opponent right now. Unless you try to swallow rockets. Yeah, not ever gonna work out there. Usually when something is a perforator, whether it's an anus or a fruit, a large vehicle, whatever it is that you're perforating, the object you're using to perforate it with, typically not full of holes. Not good for catching rockets. It's like just a pro tip. Maybe if you have named yourself, I'm not going to say that because I don't even think that's PG-13 rated. What's up, hot dogs for tea? What's up, Los Kilo? Don't panic, you two. I'm just on one today. In a good way. More like anal perforated. Oh, I see what you did there. Grab the Meager. You really grabbed that one by the horns there. Oh my god. That was no meager attempt at making comedy there, sir. That was the joke of the year. Unfollowed, unsubscribed. So there were some real good moments in this game, and like, I really, I'm not joking, wanted to cast the self-loathing Russian against the Pokemon Pikachu, but the self-loathing Russian had a little too much of his own haterade today, and this has turned into a complete raffle stop. So my apologies for the garbage time talk. Neither player able to finish the other one off now. There we go. Okay. So here's what we're gonna have up for you guys next. And this is not intro. In 3 days, we will have QuakeCon. In 4 days, we will be continuing to do QuakeCon. It will be a repeating trend here on the 5th, 6th day from now. I don't actually even know like what the stream is. I don't even know the schedule, even though I'm a player there. I have no idea what the schedule is for it, which is a shame. I would like to know, like, are we all like, are people gonna be able to watch Duel first? Are we all gonna do TDM first? Are we gonna have groups doing different things at the same time? Like, where's the bathroom? I don't know these things yet. I will find them out. By the way, if there's anything that you guys actually really want me to do at QuakeCon, within complete reason, you total trolls, you smartasses. Anything you really want me to do at QuakeCon, like get a picture of somebody, like try to get an interview with somebody, I can't guarantee either of them, especially the latter, depending on the mood of the player at the time when I may ask them. But I'll do my best. Like, you guys paid for my trip to go. It's the least I can do. So if you guys have like a request, I'm given the atmosphere of this chat and this cast today, I am extremely hesitant to look at my chat window right now and see if anything's okay. Good. We're still hating on him. Thank you, Rafflecopter. Try your best to win the raffle. Oh yeah, there's raffles for stuff, huh? Getting tickets, yeah. I had a raffle last night after our show match with Raffle and the Hang, which, by the way, again, if you missed YouTube, it's got it. Just click on the YouTube button or go to youtube.com/duelcup. Excuse me. I swear that wasn't a dramatic pause after shamelessly plugging, honestly. I've actually really been having a crappy throat today. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, at QuakeCon. There will be raffles. We had a raffle last night after our show match. I've legitimately drawn Bogatak's name 3 times during my raffles. 3 times I have called this poor man's name. And he's loving it. He doesn't care. He's like, yeah, give me the prize, Flair. Do interviews with standard questions like, if I need a lonely spot to rethink about life, which map and which spot should I choose? It's a great question, Rafflecopter. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Hot Dogs for Tea wants me to win you a car. I'm not Oprah, bro. Oh yeah, not Oprah. Oh my god, Bogatak. Look at, if it is not the shenanigans himself. Bogatak, how many raffles have you won, dude? That I've actually even told you about? Like, I've probably drawn your name more times, and I'm like, I'm not calling him again. Like, would you quit hacking, like, Moobot, dude? Seriously? I mean, look, like, the freaking bot doesn't even respond to me anymore. Jesus. Favorite cheese? That's actually not a bad question. That's not a bad question to ask a player. You know, being like, so you all excited for the show match? Gonna come make it out. How you gonna feel against this team? What's your favorite cheese? Now, the question here is, hot dogs for tea. Do I ask, what is your favorite cheese at the beginning or the end of the interview? Decisions. We are in our, I believe this is our last lower bracket game.
Vote now. Vote fast.
Pretty sure. Let's see. Yep, this is our last lower bracket game. The winner of this will be guaranteed a spot into the next season of the 125 FPS Quake Live Pro League. I know, Nico. I got the words out of order. Let's just try it again. It's cool. No one will even know. They're really preoccupied right now. It's cool. Just wait. All right. Okay, we'll try it again. We've got the winner of this match going to go on to face Zanes in the upper bracket finals. Both players that we playing in our next game will be guaranteed a spot in the Quake Live 125 FPS Season 25 Pro League. Was that better? It was a little better, right? It had feeling to it. It was fake feeling, but it had feeling nonetheless. Fake icing still tastes good. You can't tell there's no milk in it. Who cares? But before we get on to the hype that Classic Unreal Tournament has granted us, love that soundtrack. Before we get on to that, we have to do our lower bracket final of today's qualifiers. Sting versus Pikachu. Sting versus Pikachu. Gonna be off on Sting to start. I just want to see. No, there were no Pokemons at this reel. We spawned at red, went straight over to the yellow. By the way, I'm blaming Victoria if this person hates me for calling them Pikachu. It's legitimately all your fault, miss. No brownie points for calling me 22. I don't care that I'm 29 yet. Will be second Mega though. Go over to Sting. He's been fairly untouched. He should be able to waltz his way into red as long as he doesn't get trapped, which he doesn't. He's just checking around. He wants to try to catch his opponent out. If I had to guess, now that he's checked upper yellow, yeah, lower. Don't take it. Don't take it. Awesome. Waited just enough time for him to peek around, pick up the yellow, get your first frag. Can't quite find the damage off the spawn, but it's okay. He will forfeit out a yellow if Pikachu tries to challenge for this red. They're insane. They logically don't. They back away. Sting will go ahead and retain his 200-200 stack. But low yellow is up now. Pikachu is YOLOing all over this red platform. That was actually really amazing. I guess you should expect nothing less from Electric Mouse. And they've got the shaft in their hands. Then 67% shaft. Oh my god. Yeah, that felt very hardy. I mean, it's, yeah, you got, they have their opponent going up a spiral staircase, they have elevation, and they know the curve that they're going to be going up, but still, like, that is some nasty LG. Hopefully Sting remembers that. Now, Pikachu has taken a long way to get back over to red. Will this 60+ shaft persist? No, but it will still be a 50% after a lot of shaft usage. And a sick pixel rail. Wow, okay. This is good. Pikachu picks up Mega, knows that their stack is good enough. They can actually stick around and fight for a little bit. Red's not coming up for any time in the near future. Pikachu gonna just see if Sting's gonna double over towards the red after grabbing that upper yellow. Probably gonna be kind of pissed off actually that he did manage to take that away, because with all the movement errors that just happened, Pikachu unable to get themselves onto the other yellow, and that means their opponent's gonna have enough armor to be annoying. We'll eat a rail. From our current point of view, player. Pikachu, oh my god, those bounces. Take bounces, dude. Just back up. You've done more than you were expected to. Get your yellow. Now comes the tricky part. Both majors are at the same time. Pikachu has now put themselves into the position where they're gonna have to bust through the teleporter should they decide to go for Mega. Oh. They see no sign of Sting around at the red, and they're like, you know what, let's just go low. I have enough time. They do exactly that, end up winning them both items. Ironically, both yellows and the Mega are all synced up now, but on Sinister, it's not the end of the world. You usually are going to give away a yellow every rotation as the player in control. It's not a huge deal. Ooh, good rockets. Not going to be able to win their way onto it, but it was great damage. I like the fake too. It didn't quite pan out, but it was a good fake rocket jump. And Sting not knowing exactly when this red is, and Pikachu knowing, yeah dude, remember that time when I got the first kill on you because you ran up the stairs and I hit 70 LG? Sting's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. And he's like, oh. So he goes down again. Game tied. 5 minutes in. I never got on Mumble to hit up HQ Link to co-cast with me. No wonder my mom was just sitting there open and I'm babbling to myself. Yeah. If 5 steps ahead Pika CZY, aka Pikachu, wins this whole thing, I already know what video we're gonna play at the end. Sting wants to see it too. He knows. He's seen it before. He's like, it's a really good video. I might just throw this game. No, it's bad, dude. Don't do that. You're a freaking Russian, for Christ's sake. No tears. Okay? No drink, only sport, bro. Or lots of drink and sport. Whatever suits your fancy. It's a different thing with regions and this is in Russia. Enough of that. Sting has got himself a clean Mega. He's got himself a clean red. He had control at the beginning of this game. He gave it away. And he can't find his opponent to make this another tie-in game. Oh! Nice! That was a sick defensive rail. Will work his way on the Mega. Does he not hit that rail back there before this encounter just happened? That kill will never happen. And that was extremely bullheaded of Pikachu to think they could still push in for that after seeing him pick up the Mega, pick up the yellow. Like, dude, come on, like, you haven't got anything yourself in a while. Whew. I do keep getting some nice sick angles that wants their opponent here. Knows he's got 2 minutes. Knows it's just tied up. Oh my gosh. Both these players have hit some pretty ridiculous shots. Oh, Sting caught in the corner here off that LG. He's gonna push through, almost get a telefrag. They do not have the stack to push on this. Despite getting Sting down that low, like they're down a frag with 1.5 minutes to go. If you've crippled your opponent that much, work your way back around, try to get something else done. And that's exactly what Pikachu's gonna do. Will see the red though stolen away from them, and they are left on 12 points of health. Grabs the Mega, here's that LG behind them, like, get out of dodge, man, like, leave this room as soon as you can. And the other alternative is, as soon as you realize your opponent with the LG is long gone. This is exactly what just happened. Now, Sting, unless Pikachu screws up horribly, he will want to play for overtime. He kind of screwed up letting Pikachu get that much stack again off the spawn. Not really his fault, like, they just didn't get a great spawn to punish them, and Pikachu was able to get the last Mega. They're gonna get this Mega. Another bottom yellow, and even if they don't work their way up to this red, I think they have enough stack advantage over Sting. And better positioning overall as Sting will hit the floor. So go ahead and take that. Take a direct fight here. This could actually be final kill in the last 30 seconds. As a lot of stack to be left with to defend yourself, and all they have to do is plus back away from rockets. Yeah, I'll take that fight any day. Pikachu's even like, dude, I'll take that fight head on. Oh crap. That's right, man, like all you had to do was plus back against rockets, fool. And now you're gonna go down in the last 2 seconds of the game to a mid-air rocket. I feel like we've all just been trolled by both of these players right now. Because what was that explosion of excitement at the end here? Like, whatever. It was a good game. Holy crap. Like, what? Pikachu, you ruined it for everybody. By the way, I no longer feel bad if you hate me for calling you Pikachu. 5 steps forward, Pika sees you. Why? Because. See, you don't even really know what's happening. You're just a freaking electric mouse. It was your game. You just had to plus back away from rockets. That's all he had. He just spawned. And you fought him. Like, you stood outside the teleporter and you're like, I got this. No, man. Well, why? You can't tell, I'm a bit flustered at that. Breathe. Breathe. Is this a best of one as well? I think it would be, right? Oh, thank you, Il, for following. No, trust me, it's Il. It's H-double-I, triple L. You have to put emphasis when there's a double letter. It's like when you have 2 R's around each other. Yeah? Pikachu! I choose you to go sit down in the corner and think about what you did. Sinister silence. Dude, play silence. Do it. Do it. Do it. What are you afraid of? It's only for placement. Yeah. Gonna go to silence because I've just been so trolled. Oh, I've just been so trolled. I was excited. I love silence. Zane's like, it's a cool map, but I don't know it. How do you really make that judgment, you know? It's like saying, like, he's a cool guy, but I don't want to hang out with him. That means you don't like the guy, you don't like the map, you don't want to know it's cool, just be honest.
Fight.
Thing will get, I believe, the same exact spawn he got last time. Derb2K2, you're only here for the pro token that I'm going to give out. The only pro token I know of that I'm giving out is to Bogatak, because he won it last night. If you want to make another donation, which again, thank you for the $5 donation last night, sir. If you want to make another donation, you can go ahead and do just that, and then you can compete for your own prize money. Dude. Oh, okay. He just walked into that rocket. I got super distracted there, guys. We have another good game here. Zane's not quite the Thunder God that Pikachu was with that 67% opening LG kill, but a 50+ LG in any circumstance, always going to be a good thing. Always going to be a good thing. Oh, Pikachu has informed me that they do not want to be called Pikachu. I apologize. It's just the way that you handled the shaft and the lightning. It's just like, it seems so obvious to me. Zane's actually went down there during my rambling. Very critical health, picked up a bubble, forcing the Sting to switch to MG, thinking he could get the kill, but he actually had armor left, and when you have armor, machine gun bullets do 1 damage to your health. If you have a battle suit, they do no damage to your health. If you have armor, that just takes your armor away. But in the end, Sting will still come out on top, 2 HP, picked up the red. I am not a nab. Pikachu. I caught Jay saying that. Sting also gonna go ahead and catch some nice damage into Zane's feet here. And I like the way Sting plays this map this time around. If you notice, he actually sat in that exact spot before moving into Mega Room, just in between the 50 bubble and my rocket. Sting sat there for a solid 15 seconds, like just patient, just waiting. This is a map, this is a huge map of patience. You can often see a player who is potentially worse, like on stats, on paper. Maybe not on stats and paper because things like that are so subjective, but let's just say a player who is worse aim. You can often see a player with worse aim have better patience on this map than a player with good aim who will dive onto items, putting themselves into potentially bad situations. This is a map that suffers greatly from Swan Dive Syndrome. We're kind of seeing it here as Zane's will drop in and take a bucket load of LG after getting pushed up and almost pinned against the ceiling there. He dived onto yellow, didn't need to do that, actually could have just waited, knew his opponent was going to be coming for it. But this is obviously not Zane's style. Zane just +4'd himself with a railgun alone, onto red, then onto Mega, got himself a 2-frag lead at this point. Now he's left extremely low because it's not... It's not a type of playstyle that, especially on a map like this, you can keep up for an extended period of time. Eventually your opponent will get a yellow, they're going to get a rail, they're going to get an LG.
Impressive.
Unless you just keep hitting your shots. Well played, Zanes. Wow. I gotta take it all in here for a second. I will often catch myself telling a player, or like I'll be watching Evil or be watching Rafa, and I'm like, they really should have done this, and then I think about it, and I'm like, why am I telling a 2700 ELA dueler what to do? Just the way Quake is sometimes, man. Sometimes the cards just land in your favor, and I believe Zanes has a lucky star out right now. Does not have any rail to punish this. If he gets dropped on, which this thing tried to do, didn't have the right angle on it. I was gonna say, if he gets dropped on, he's probably gonna die, but he's worked his way around, got himself another yellow. An even stack for both players. Sting will commit to this fight because he kind of has to at this point, and he actually makes it work out. Red will be next. Here's his opponent has spawned Rocket, doesn't hear the spam from that hit, and oh man, he's probably like, please don't come to this teleporter, please don't come to this teleporter, because he just messed up his movement. Bad. And he will win himself a second frag. He will push his opponent almost onto mega health. I think had Zanes been a little more ballsy like he was at the beginning, that probably would have been another kill for Sting, but Sting is stuck on the world's largest jump pad. Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna say, you better hear him there, Zane. Nice. Maintains his control, maintains his lead. Zanes doesn't need to do anything ridiculous here. I'd actually like to see him go and peak red right now, even though Mega is just before it. Reason being is he's basically won the armor war if he hits a rail shot onto this red pickup. Or a rocket. And what I mean by the armor war is, well, there's only so much armor on the left side. On this map, you have some shards down at the rail. And you got your red and your two yellows. Zane's pretty much just denied everything armor-wise, except that red. And now, yeah, he's still 200-200, he still has massive control, and he still is the one who has to screw up. So perhaps taking a risk like that isn't the best idea in the world that I'm recommending, but it can really help, because what if your opponent just isn't actually going for that red at that time? You're like, oh sweet, just go back in, get your mega, come back through, get your red. Your opponent has no idea when either of them are, ideally, and then you're moving along on your merry little way, and that's exactly what Zane is doing here. Not so much with the positioning that I was just talking about you can use, but oh, he's 2 minutes away from representing Team Z-Demon. If you don't get the reference, Demon is another Belgian player. He's on Faz's team along with Noctis and Sparty. Team Averages, they are going to QuakeCon. And honestly, like, they've been probably practicing the most out of anybody. I really think they want it the most. But we'll see. Oh my god, the confirm! There you go, you came from the tunnel. Yeah, so that was a kablam, man. I don't even have words for that explosion. I'm pretty sure that was 2 halves of 2 grenades and then a direct all at the same time. That was disgusting. Zanes will open this up to a 5-frag lead. 1 minute to go. Sting will go on himself still, like he will still make it out. 2 players advance from every qualifier. He will have the worst the 2 of them as far as seeding goes, which can be a pretty big deal when you're going up against arguably the world's best in the 125 FPS league. Which, by the way, I don't know when the official games are going to be starting. I'm pretty sure Nico hasn't posted it yet, and it is 100% going to be post-QuakeCon, because there's actually qualifiers that happen post-QuakeCon. So 100% we'll get dates and all that for the next league. Right now, I think everyone is thinking Pikachu, I can't say it. I can't do it, dude. Okay, so how do I say this name? Come on, hurry up. I'm currently pissing off roommates by casting at 12 in the afternoon. How do I say this? Is it 2x best the one? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, it's up to them, man. I'll stay. I'll cast another one. Officially, Zane's and Sting go through. Zane's is like, yeah, I still don't actually know the map. I was more just saying it to be polite. They say, I couldn't possibly eat anymore, and it's because you don't want to take another freaking. Or you're just a glutton. Tourney's over. Girlfriend got home 10 minutes ago. Alright, Zane's. Go give the girlfriend. Oh, my mind is going very inappropriate places today, ladies and gentlemen. Very inappropriate places. I am perhaps going to keep streaming or casting. There's perhaps going to keep casting something today. This official match is now over. We have Avengers versus Infernal Gaming. TDM. Let's do it. How much time do we got left here? 6.5 minutes? Okay, so since I have to ask for password anyways, I don't want to be rude and ask the players in the middle of the game. I'll hit up Spars or Claws. Spars? What? I'll hit up Faz or Claws in 6 minutes, and I'll be back after that. Thanks again for joining me on the 125 FPS League Season 25 qualifiers. You guys are going to be at QuakeCon. We'll see you in a few days. If you're not going to be at QuakeCon, I will wave frantically at the camera at you. Just every time I'm waving frantically at the camera, it's just for you. Thanks for the follows, guys. We'll keep the stream up and going. Let me just answer this question here real quick. What kind of configs are floating around out there? I wasn't a huge fan of any movement configs, only quad countdowns, etc. If you're not a huge fan of configs that you yourself download and load, and you're like, this is a crappy config, you should probably actually just find like a real clean base config. Like mine's actually really easy to read. Noctis's is really easy to read. And you should just make your own, dude. Because like that's how everyone else gets their config, quote unquote. Highly recommend doing that. It's the best way to get a config that you like. Miss anything else in the chat? Pikachu, I never actually figured out how to pronounce your name correctly. It will remain a mystery to us. And I'm sorry for going off on a major tangent about many things today, y'all. I had things to say and people to say them to. Glad it was you. I'll be back in, how much time do we have left now on this? Less than 5 minutes to get the password here, if they're going to play another game. If not, we'll find something else to stream. Be back soon. Alright, so looks like they're just finishing up the game. Whoa. I shouldn't have been queued, but I'll take it. By the way, if you like any of the music I do, I do. I wish I did it. Wish I was as cool as Toxic X Eternity and Buckethead. Just hit them up. Google Buckethead, he'll come right up. Toxic X Eternity. May take a little more finagling to get to his stuff, since he's actually a local here. There's a link to his Bandcamp. Check him out. You can download all the stuff for free, or you can donate as you download it. Name your own price. Let's get this password from Michel Claus, please. Oh wow, this was a close game. I wish I could have actually seen it. Right now, I'm just watching the countdown from outside of the game. Just like show y'all. 133 to 120, with a minute left. Let's see. I hate to message because Claus is on the blue team. The team currently down 12 frags, and with a minute to go, 12 frags in TDM, like you could totally do it because they were down by a lot more, so they may have a minute to swing coming back towards them. And oh, that looks like that is likely going to be going over to Averagers. And we'll get the password. Probably stream it unattended so I can go get some water and whatnot, because my throat is still killing me. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Interesting. Baby rage, Dirk 2K2. Why are you always crying? Oh, I'm asking Faz. Faz is probably streaming for sure. I hate when people ask you for passwords when you're streaming. You're like, oh, get on IRC. Are they gonna play more? Please play more. Come on. Please play more. That's demon. Password, please. For a favor. Anyone? Ha! I've got it. Alright, cool. So, I'm gonna watch some TDM. Because it's the best damn thing since Duel. And then it's better than Duel because it's 8 people dueling all at once. Sometimes killing one another. We will leave it on follow killer. We will leave it on follow power up. I know it's messy. I know it sucks, but I need to go get some water. So, I'll be walking around a bit too. So when this map gets started up, just make sure that we're on some players here. What do you guys want to start off on? I mean, I can leave it on one player the whole time, at least until I'm back. But you'll have to let me know in chat, otherwise follow killer's getting left on, along with follow power up. So on a double power up map, FYI, it could get a little jumpy. Should follow silent set. Okay. We will follow silent set then until I get back. That'll be like 5 minutes. But enjoy.
3, 2, 1. Fight.
Oh, and you know what? Before I go, my OCD is going to drive me nuts. There we go. Good enough. Cool. So yeah, we'll stay on silent set now for probably like the first 4 or 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and I'll just manually control where the camera's going and all that good stuff. Thanks again for watching the 125 stuff. I actually had some pretty sick games at the end there between Sting Pikachu and Zanes. Well played to all of you.
Battle.
Yeah, you weren't kidding, Pinhead. He's playing really well. So unsympathetic. Yeah, Red's got a point. Like, I've had games where I've gone massive score. I just had a killer net. I was hitting all my shots, damage, kills, and I look at my team and I'm like, wow, you guys suck. And then that was when I like first started TDM, and I slowly realized I'm like, you know what? I could have actually had like an average game and won the game for my team instead of sitting back and getting the shots. But that said, like, Ray is saying there's a reason no top teams want him. I think there's a place for him. I don't know what team, but there's a place for a player like What's Up. He's still entertaining to watch though. We got enough spread on power-ups. Well, put it on. Of course, Bane in 84. Sir. Of course I'm going to Quake Con. My Russian teammate is already here. Preparing evil maniacal schemes. I'm fast. Of all people. Look at fast. And it's not because I don't like Faz. I love Faz. He's streaming his own. Yeah, streaming himself, so. By the way, if you guys ever had like, a disagreement with somebody in a home that you live in, and you can't figure out, like, I don't want to move. I get this person to do it. But I don't know how to do it without being a total douche. Take up casting. It is a guaranteed 100% 10 out of 10 success rate. Piss off. But they're sleeping or awake. Just happen. I want to start just like full TDM casting this right now. Just because of all the door slammings going on. Just to add my 2 cents into the pointless noise. But I won't. Okay, hold up. See, no. That's why I don't like follow. I'm like just watching this. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, Faz are doing pretty good. I'm like, why am I spectating the guy who's streaming that people are probably multi-twitching on? Who else is he still doing pretty good? Yeah, he's still doing pretty good. There's no reason not to watch Silence Up at this point. They've gone down pretty heavily. At 20 frags, they were within 10 for a long time. We'll just stay on Silence Up. I think the only people who actually really have issues with a streamer staying on them for an extended period of time are unfortunately my favorites, which is Meltdown, wins Lincoln Toxin's Iron. They definitely do have the meltdowns. They find out someone's like recording them. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like, there's plenty of demos of you guys out there. Plenty. What's one or two? Note to self, switch off of Swedish player. Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Oh crap. You know, you guys are gonna see the screen freeze just a second. I swear it's not the stream, it's just the dumbass putting like Chrome window behind the game, and now I have to maximize or maximize. Should be fine now.
Vote now. Vote passed.
You play with bones so you can pretend to be Wesp. Show Thor's hammer. Thor's, where is it? It's not here, it's over yonder? I think it's in the middle, right? Yeah, it's in the middle. There it is. We will now watch this hammer for the next 20 minutes. Also, person who said they play as bones so they can pretend to be someone else would be none other than how are you doing 1B59D 9B D844D 438D AED1? Doing well, I hope. Ah, yes, the hammer. So, if you notice, the teams, they control. No, I was kidding. Can't even do it. This is like the only map, by the way, that I actually can watch with Pikmin 0. It's like the only map. Everything else, I'm just like, not feeling it. This one might not look that good to you guys, because, well, I don't have partner bitrate. I think it looks pretty damn good. Cypher was not pleased with my answer.
Prepare your team. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know what I'm trying to say with that. Guys, get off my stream, you got your own. We will go with... No, not Demon. Actually, you guys play, I'm seriously having a very, very difficult time pronunciating my words, communicating correctly even within my own head. You just caught the 125 cast, you know. The worst of its past, but guys, who should we watch? I watched a ton of Silent Step last game. I wouldn't be opposed to watching Claws on this map, and in fact, I'm gonna make your mind up for you. So we'll do at least 5 minutes of class. If you want to switch to another player afterwards, you have to tell me in chat, otherwise I'll never know. Don't you think it looks kind of like blurry and like smushed together though, Rafflecopter? Because like streams that use zero pigment, typically they're going to be a partnered stream. And the ones that look decent anyways. It'll be a partner stream and they're gonna have their bitrate set like at least 1,000 or more higher than mine. I can set it that high, like there's no restriction for me, but there'd be buffering issues from people, so I leave it at like 2400. But if, like, I've often wondered, like, is it really that much worse for the viewer? Like, there are some maps like ZTN, dude, I never, ever repeated that several times because I never freaking want to see that map in Pikmin 0 again if I can help it. I think that map looks terrible in Pikmin 0. There's a few others that just like the Hidden Fortress is one, the M20. Like, oh, that looks so bad with Pikmin 0. I don't know. For me, it's mostly just like the bitrate and the way it translates over to stream after it gets all compressed and redone and everything, so.
Excellent. Warning.
I need more photo. Everybody needs more photo. We'll keep doing more, by the way. I just wait for him to change the map. Wow, really? Mm. Oh, silence episode's the last one for him, so okay. Unless something amazing happens here, will probably be the last one for me too. I'm not gonna lie, I actually fell asleep last week. I watched Cypher get double power up, and I'm like, oh, they're coming back. And it just never happened, and I just nodded off. Sad time.
Impressive.
Yep.
Vote now. Vote passed.
You know, we were talking about maps that I don't know if I like them with Pikmin Zero. This is another one. I'm really not sold on this one being Pikmin Zero. You just got on, how are IG doing? I mean, like, you just got on, or in, like, in the last month or so? Poor IG has basically been the laughingstock of the profession, quote unquote. It's just too bad, but they just almost came back on Ragnarok. They lost on Purgatory by Mercy Limit, and they lost on Limbus before that, which I didn't stream, but I saw it while I was asking for password, like, by like 15 fights? IG doesn't really beat anybody, to be honest. Damn shame.
2 seconds. Excellent. Team Rails. Impressive. Prepare your team. Three, two, one, fight.
So this may not end up being the most interesting, but I am just going to leave it on a follow killer and follow power up. This is a single power up map, so. I'm doing too much of that right now.
2 frags in 2 seconds. Excellent.
The reason you can barely hear me over the game, Aardvark, is because I'm literally talking like I am passing out, not like normal. Don't worry. Don't worry, there's no casting on this stream today. At least not after we got rid of the 125 stuff. If you guys want casting, me and Ray actually, I think we did a pretty good job yesterday. We just Rafa into hang. I've heard a lot of people say it was better than the other stream. I'm just saying, this is what I heard. Holy freaking 20-3 though. And I'm going to stop sitting up straight, go back to slouching and yawning. Otherwise I will go into full-blown caster mode and I will piss off more individuals who live in this home. Not what I want to do. Thanks for following our work. Or did I break my... Oh, it's a double letter. So are you an... I can't even do it. Are you an aardvark? That is just... Oh, that is a great way to alienate new player... Or, yeah, new players and viewers. Aardvark. Aardvark, come here. Alright, I'll stop now. Should give you a little hint as to just how loopy I am right now.
Excellent.
Do I think it'll mercy? Well, it is set to a 50 mercy limit, not 100, like it will be at QuakeCon, so can this particular game mercy? That's pretty likely. I mean, when it was 27 to like 4, I've had that happen to me on Dreadful Place, and I've come back and won. It's not easy, but it's doable. Noctis aborted match. Silence said that was his last one. I wonder if he's actually going to play again. Okay, they are. Awesome. Shit, we were totally wrong, man. Noctis robbed us of our mercy limit. You aborted that bastard child. I was gonna name him Fred. Wow. Anyways. God damn them for having a double power at map 2, because now I'm gonna feel annoyed with myself if I leave it on auto follow, but we'll give it a shot.
3, 2, 1, fight.
Yeah, Pika, it's already up. It's under past broadcast though. It's not gonna be under it's not gonna be underneath the highlights. Because it's running off of the current video that you're actually watching live, even though it's being recorded now. No, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's just what Twitch does. You should be able to watch it there. That video will probably break if you watch it to the end. Like, it won't hurt your computer, but it'll probably break on you because it's being recorded live. So if you try to watch it all the way to the end, it'll just need to be reset. Should have enough buffer time on it though. By the way, I apologize ahead of time for calling you an electrical mouse. It was in the moment. It's qualifiers, come on, come on. Fun fact, Infernal Gamers had 1 kill until they just suicided and lost. They're tired, man, like... They just need to not play right now, honestly. Like, they're not in a good state of mind. No, they had a kill. PCFS, yeah. They had a kill, then they lost it. Now they've got 2 more. This is opening up the exact same way that Dreadful did, except Grim Dungeons does not have points in the game where you can get a 20 frag swing just because you get like 3 rails or 3 LDs. Because that's how it works on Dreadful. Like, that's how you get those massive swings early on, and that's how you get them back too. Is it just like pure weapon control and aim? You can't do that here. Like, they're gonna have to go slow, and that's just not the kind of team that Infernal Gamers. God damn you all! Why am I casting? I hate you all. Thank you for being here, but damn you. You're making me cast the game. Just trying to go to bed. Trying to go to bed. I suppose that's actually a good sign that it just flows out, right? Like, that's... There has to be something positive to the whole... me wanting to punch myself in the face. It's only like 1 PM there. I know, it's actually 2 PM PCFS. But no, dude, I've been awake. I came, so Sunday, came home. I got like 3 hours rest. And then the same thing again, like last night. Not feeling good. Shib says go to sleep. You go to sleep, Shib. Put some VODs on, we'll be fine. That's put some VODs on, we'll be fine. It's like having like a teenage kid, or 2 or 3. Maybe they're having their friends over and you're like, okay, here's the keys to the car, but you're too young to drive. This is where the liquor is. Don't water down my good liquor. Like, are you saying like we can drink your good liquor and we just have to not water it down? That's what I gathered from that, right? So if I leap, how does this relate to VODs? I'm glad you asked. It doesn't. It's really one of those days for me. It really is. Oh, that's right. That's how it relates to bots. Shib 01. Consider this the VOD of everyone here on Flare TV voting you off the island. Sorry, dude. It was fun. It's been great. Best of luck on the next channel. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I might as well cast this even if I'm gonna be loopy, right? It was fun doing 125. And he woke everybody up. Strength's gonna get 3 kills. Almost gonna make it a negative. He's still there. He's like, dude, I'm not gonna get pitted. That was actually sick. That was awesome. By Strengths. Split second reaction to save himself going in the pit. And then he's fighting quad and he still doesn't quite go in, and now I'm just waiting to see Strengths get pitted again, because it'd be awesome. Anyways, for those of you who don't watch enough TDM or play it, you should play more. For those of you who don't watch enough TDM or play it, and you're saying, oh my god, this game is completely over, like 3 minutes ago, this is why I say you don't watch or play enough TDM, because you have no idea what you're talking about. It's difficult. What, over? No. No. A 20-minute game. As long as you don't have evil, go tanks, MZ heroin, and flare on your team, you could make this comeback happen. So does anyone want to answer me why this map looks okay with Picnip 0, but ZTN looks like ass? As Claus will hippity hop himself 100 with the suit into the pit. Luckily they got a double power up, so Silence Up can come in. His teammate's gonna take red, doesn't really need it, it's fine. He can go full aggressive. There's probably at least 2 spawners down by yellow. There's 1. Maybe they actually end up spawning back in red. If you have too many people leaving red and you don't stand back at the rockets, you'll have the people on the enemy team spawning probably where Demon just came from, which is directly in front of Silent Set, now to his 6 o'clock. I've actually seen Deliberate Murder put players back where he was just looking with rail. They'll put players there to force the enemy from not spawning, or to spawn there, depending on like if their power up is on a big run or something and they have enough stack and weapons at red and whatnot to keep going. It's kind of an interesting tactic. God, 102 and Infernal Gamers, man, like they're just not. Infernal Gamers is just like they have all-star syndrome. They have too many good players on paper. They got put onto a team and they got asked to perform. It's the same thing that happens in football. It's the same thing that happens in, you know, any sport. It just doesn't work out 99% of the time. Like, it's still fun to watch though, from the player's perspective. But 102, man, like I feel like 102 is just, they're either trolling everybody, they're either gonna feast the crap out of everybody on land, or it's gonna be like we've been seeing for the last month and a half, 2 months, where like 102 is just actually almost not a contender anymore, man. Even in TDM, like, what? How is it even possible? Like, how can I say that and actually mean it? 102 is not a contender in TDM anymore. What the hell is that, man? Thanks, by the way, Shib, for the good luck at the QuakeCon. And they've almost tied it up. Took 8 minutes, but so in 3 minutes, Average gets 20 kills Infernal Gamers gets 2. And then it takes another 8 minutes for Infernal Gamers to get 38 kills and Averagers to double their 20. Well played. Is it feeding time already, Melba? God damn it. Alright. Who's bait? Who's bait? Oh yeah, Shib, you lost the last vote. Go feed Melba. You already said you're losing the will to live, so if you lose an arm or something, like, anything, we'd be doing you a favor. Maybe you'll find your will to live again if, you know, Melba decides to eat a body part or two off of you. Is a freaking centipede made out of doll parts. You don't ever really know what's going to happen. Faz, how are you alive? QuakeCon starts at 11 EDT? I don't know if they finally put the schedule at PCFS? Because last time I've been checking, man, like, there was no schedule for that show. Unless you mean the stream. That might be up already. You'll feed him your ear? Dude, that's gross. You'll... Even monsters don't like ears, man. Didn't you see Mike Tyson? He just like, he spit that right out. Same thing with centipedes made out of doll parts. It just... ears. Still a tight game. 4 minutes later. I know I'm talking over a close game. I don't really actually care too much right now. The WoW will come, regardless. Demon, you... wow. Yeah, I think they're surprised. They're like, we have the lead. What do we do? They're all grouped up at red still, which is fine. They've been passing around that LG back and forth. Insert inappropriate, or insert age-appropriate thing that you pass around. My thought was not age-appropriate.
Quad damage.
Was that a double again? No, okay. Run, Spotty! The baguette is hunting you down, son. What do you get when a Swedish fish, which are delicious by the way, takes on a French baguette? Infernal Gamers vs. Averagers! Yeah! Woo! You pass around your ear that Melba bit off. What the hell? Chib. Are you sure you don't need to go to sleep, sir? Is Fast screaming? Demon saying fuck off in chat. Oh, what's going on, Demon? Oh my god, Strengths. What if you get a shot off on anybody with that play? I would be amazed. Did you scream again? I bet he screamed again, right? I hope he screamed again. Oh, and Battlesuit gets armor. They need this. Nice, kills quad. It's a 50 bubble, sitting freaking ducks, and they will still be sitting ducks here if he can push his way up to the LG spawn. Even if they have it, like he has enough time to kill this guy. Back up onto it. Yeah, take the LG. Maybe another kill? No. Unless they're desperate for it. Why are you guys rushing? You guys are up like frags. Why the rush? There, silence up. Ends up actually making demons spawn by and kill another teammate of his. Interesting. Demon says red is way too much responsibility. I don't want it. Demon prefers lines. Nice sharp lines. Oh, this is smart, but he can't do it anymore. Now that he knows they have LG, he can't actually hold that area of the room anymore. Get the shards, fall back, yeah. There you go. Wait for someone to come in with a rocket. That's the best way to hold that door, is with a rocket. Yeah, pro tip, by the way, if you hate Grim Dungeons, you're like, so stupid, everyone's just like, fight the red! And it's like, you don't fight at the red, you fight them before they get to the red room. Big freaking difference and a lot easier to deal with. Like, if you fight them here, where Demon is right now, you're just gambling the room away because of the spawns that can happen in here. Now, if you fight them
1 minute warning.
In that room where the door is, with the two double doors that move, then you got yourself a chance. Yeah, those doors that Strengths just passed through. Strengths has a rocket launcher and quad, and they only have a 7 frag lead with 45 seconds to go. Strengths, thank you for putting that massive French roll back in the pants. Swallow the pride. And you actually still might lose with your team, even though you did everything else correctly. Was it enough? Like, was a 7 frag lead going into last power up enough? Averages will push eventually, and if you look, Infernal Gaming, oh, this is so smart. They push in lower, losing a frag here is fine. Because you're going to trade at least 1 for 1 at this point. They actually traded 3 for 3. 88 to 91 final score. That was a good game. It was a really good game. I think Silence Up said he was done. And I think I am too. That was a great comeback. What do they want? Which if you ask Zork if he don't mind to play some games versus Claws at QuakeCon, Zork said he's okay with that. If this battle of young talents would happen, you please ask them for demos and upload it somewhere. Also, Cook the same, or you ask Cook the same, but he's not interested in that. He doesn't even know who Zorak is. If I remember. If they keep the demos, then yeah, I'll ask him. You may have to remind me somehow. But yeah, why not? Okay. Anything amazing going on? I know Bronson was playing the Hang before. Chance versus Stoat. I think we're done. I think we're done. By the way, if you did miss yesterday's show match, from the naduelcup.com. Did you know you can go to youtube.com/duelcup? Because on youtube.com/duelcup, that's where we put. You know, I actually get sick of myself hyping my own YouTube channel sometimes. A little bit. I think that means I've reached the point where I don't need to say it anymore, right? Like, it's just to that point. I've said it enough, it's making me sick. Screw it. We're done. Yeah. Holy crap, it's got a lot of views. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by anyways, guys. Regardless. Anyways, I'm getting into like IRC arguments here. Yeah. You want to play this video, but Spoltz is trying to argue with me right now, and I'm like, no, I won't lose this one because I know I'm right. Compression should kill it. You're right, Spoltz. Spoltz is arguing with me. Somebody asked Spoltz in 125 IRC. They're like, hey, Flare, or hey, Spoltz, why is Flare's stream smoother than Z Live stream? And he's like, well, because you know we use this much and do this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I'm actually using the exact same settings as you with less bitrate and more FPS. Yeah, it looks better. Honestly, I don't actually know why they don't use 60 FPS. That makes zero sense. Any mobile device will not read it as 50 FPS. It's just gonna, it's 30 or 60, 30 or 60, 30 or 60. That's how mobile devices work. No idea why anyone, if you guys are streamers, don't fall into that whole baloney about like, we'll try it at 48 because that's twice the speed of cinema. No. Like, don't listen to that crap. You guys, like, just 30 or 60. 30 or 60. Don't try to get fancy with it. Don't try to make your bitrate like 1892. Like, just nice, even, round numbers. Trust me. Trust me. But thanks nonetheless for watching. I think I'll still play the video that I was going to play if Miss I don't know why Pika CZY is a female to me in my head, but for some reason you are. But if Miss Pikachu had won, we would have played this at the end of the 125 FPS qualifiers. However, they did not win because they had to plus back against rockets. Only rockets. They had to run away from rockets at long range for like 15 seconds, and they kind of blew it. Yeah. So, we'll play that video anyways, is my whole point of that. I'm getting way too distracted. I'm gonna go lie down, guys. If you're gonna be at QuakeCon, I will see you in the next few days. Bogotac, don't worry, dude, I won't forget. I'm basically just waiting for something else to clear so I can get it for you, because I forgot that they were $35. For some reason, I thought they were $15. And so I'm like, crap. So I had to transfer money to buy it for you. But it's fine. You've won like 18 times in a row anyways, right? Like, nothing's gonna change at this point. Seriously, dude's won like all my freaking raffles. All of them. So this is what we're gonna play.
Oh, hey, Pikachu uses Thunderbolt! Pika.
See this Pikachu ZY? You're gonna eventually watch this on the VOD. I know you are. Okay. Do I have my mouse capture on? I do. Okay. This is you over here, and you're like, boom.
Oh no! Counterattack with whatever you feel like.
And that's kind of what I said, right? I'm like, dude, what's going on? Like, just crap. Like, you have to just rush this Pikachu now. And the Pikachu was like, I think I'll just stand here.
Like, man. Wait, hold on. What?
But this is what you were hoping for?
With a question mark. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Dude, come on, man. Fuck. I mean, Venusaur. I don't know what my fucking attacks are, dude. You're the one who keeps track of that shit. I just fucking take the hits for you. Pikachu using Thunder Smash! Pikachu! Ow, fuck. Oh, God. Man, this is... I mean, Venusaur... Look, I don't care what you fucking do. I don't even know what just say fucking Solar Beam. I mean, Venusaur. Whatever, do Solar Beam. Yeah, okay, thanks. Venusaur. Pikachu, while he's charging his Thunder Smash... Use your bolt of lightning! Pikachu! Fuck! Ow! Okay, am I gonna do the thunder? Wait, I don't even need your permission for this one. I mean, Venusaur. Bam! Oh, God, my fucking knee! That's my knee! Damn it! Shit! Oh, man! Why didn't you evolve me, you asshole? Because I love you, Pikachu! Do you want me to lose? Is that what you want? Christ! All you feed me is puffins! I need nourishment! Tauros meat or something! We don't kill Pokemon! We do! We do it for you, you fucking assholes! God damn it! Look, man, I'm really sorry about this. Fuck you, man! You suck! You stupid evolved prick! What do you even do? You're just a plant? Shut up, man! It's all your fucking fault. Hey, I didn't even... You were the one who was all, oh, I gotta do an attack! You could've just walked away! But you didn't, you prick! So fuck you, you dumbass! My knee! Oh, man. Fucking... Ow!
If you've never seen that, you're probably actually still in chat. Right on. I highly recommend watching that one. It's like 20 minutes long. I won't play it on stream. I think almost any... I don't even know how to express it. You know what? I'm not even going to try to hype it. It has its own charm. Enjoy. Bogatech, could you could you stop rigging my raffles, dude? It's kind of getting really suspicious at this point. Thanks. That'd be awesome.
You have a collect call. You have a collect call. Please hold. Please hold. Please hold. now or at any time during this message.
What? That's not even a statement.
All operators are busy at this time. Please hang up and try again. Please hold.